Friends of our channel and YouTubers, welcome. Answers of an Alien from Andromeda, Video 102, June 26, 2013. This video is an update of the information of the major events in progress. Answering questions about a large celestial body, photographed in many places near your sun that is appearing in your secondary media. Some are real, not fakes. By some specific angles and from specific regions you can see planet Taos reflecting light beside the sun. As I said before, Taos is maintaining a position close to the sun to avoid much influence in the solar system planet's orbits. Nibiru will not be seen beside the sun. This is an error that most are expecting. To make it clear, Nibiru will appear far from the sun, in another quadrant, like a second sun but with totally different sunrise and sunset positions. The vegetation will start to change behavior across the planet, because it's receiving a strong energy influence from the great energy cloud that is embracing the solar system, as I told you before. You will see many strange things in these actual times. The planet will smoothly stabilize the frequency to its new parameters. The planet is about to undergo the biggest event in the social area, as your elites are scheduling the completion of depopulation for this year. According to a report Pleiadians, the index of the population already inoculated with nanocomponents reaches 70%, and the agenda can be started at any time. These nanocomponents act on the central nervous system. Also, according to the report, the activation in the urban centers will be done via the mobile networks, because in each base station radio is a device installed that is triggered to emit a frequency necessary to activate nanocomponents in the region within their reach. This device was installed as part of the digital system, when the analog radio bases were replaced by digital systems, TDMA, CDMA and GSM, as a device expected to military emergency use. Another way that will be used for the activation of nanocomponents are computers connected by called wireless routers, as these systems already have a transmitter of frequency that will be activated regionally, via your internet. These nanocomponents have several codes of frequency for activation, and with the help of samples collected by Pleiadians, all these codes have been deciphered, and are liable to be scanned and neutralized by the fleets in vigil on the planet, as they are received orders from the Community Galactica. In other words, a mass extinction will not be allowed to be executed as plan your elites. I am revealing this to you at this time because it is impossible and ineffective to your elites try replacing nanocomponents already around the planet for others, as we would discover the new codes anyway. The only way to prevent the activation of nanocomponents in your body without any help from us, is to be in areas where cell phone signals or routers cannot reach, or be isolated in places underground where cell phones are completely out of service, or at least, the disconnection of the power of an entire region to prevent the activation of devices. If you have news of strange epidemics happening in nearby towns, try to take refuge in insulation that completely block the cell phone signals for at least 48 hours. There are two ways to know when to leave the shelter: when the power is completely off in the region, and having access to an external camera battery operated, to see what is happening, because after disabling signal and power, military forces should enter in the region to start the cleaning. Avoid being exposed to these military forces at any cost. Also, according to this report, the coastal areas of the globe that concentrate most of the people will be the target of new technologies added to the HARP system, to rush events in the contact areas of tectonic plates, plus thousands of tons of explosives already installed at strategic points to accelerate volcanic activity. As you can see, a lot is being prepared by them, but many attitudes will be taken by the community Galactica at this time, so, watch for the signs that will be recognized by the most prepared, and all volunteers can be contacted at any time to assist those providences. We believe in the survival of the human race on planet Earth, and we will do everything to save the remaining societies of these agents of destruction and concentrators' power, represented by your current elite. As you can easily verify watching the skies that the movement of spacecrafts is increasing, you can easily track and to register many of them with simple equipment, and this will help you to prove to ones that refuse to agree with our presence here, to be more prepared to a possible contact of outspace brothers. The geographic poles begin to move their positions following the magnetic poles, that is, the planet is declining physically their axis to a new position of equilibrium, and this will mean climate change increasingly radical in certain regions. Behaviors totally random, dense fog, strange formations of clouds, big storms, among other manifestations of nature. Stand firm, therefore everything will pass and societies will become reacquainted with our help. The amount of level 1 creatures on the planet is 22%, so it will be a viable society to be part of the community Galactica as a new member very soon. Answering questions about the comet named Eason, it has nothing to do with the destroyed comet Elenin, it is part of several large objects that precede the system Nibiru, and is being escorted by crew lines but they have no instruction to change its route or to interfere in the events. With respect to periods of 26 million years of extinction of life on Earth defined by your scientists, it is correct, but there never was total extinction of the human race on the planet on any of these occasions. You can easily identify systems of caves and underground labyrinths that have been used on several occasions when the planet has gone through periods of great hardship. All these complexes were built in these times with the help of friends from space. This time will be no different, just new technologies shall be used as protective force fields among others. Don't confuse these descriptions of actual facts with fear-mongering. If you do not know the facts is because most of you were left out by the leaders that you have always revered and kept in power. Created in an atmosphere of false security, and kept in ignorance of the facts, you eventually deliver your destinations directly into their hands. Be well, my friends, and be certain that much is being done to protect you and to alleviate these difficult times that the planet Earth will have to pass until complete stabilization. Thanks for watching. Join our channel. Be sure that you are welcome there.